Hello everybody, my name is Kuuribro. Welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valentia Blind. I have gone through and done some of the inventory stuff off screen. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything good. I pretty much just upgraded some of the DLC weapons that I got. I maxed out Claire's lance and I wanted to call it just plain better, but I ran out of space, so now it's just plain bet. This lance just makes you just fucking plain better in absolutely every way. Look at this thing. Look at this just plain bet right here. Where is it? Where is it? Damn you, Clive. Just plain bet gives you 7 more might, a standard 100 hit, and actually makes you faster. So there's no downsides to this lance. This is gonna be my secret weapon lance when I just need like somebody to do more damage. Right now it's on Zeke. I also went and upgraded the silver bow that I had because one of my commenters has been just desperate for me to upgrade a silver bow. And can I say, I don't really understand why, dude. All it became was this killer bow right here, and that's like not that good. It would have been better as a silver bow, and the silver bow upgrades didn't do anything good for it either. So like, thanks. I blew a bow. I'm probably just gonna leave Python with the Python's bow, honestly. It's got more skills on it. But when I go in, I'll let him try the killer bow for a little bit, see if maybe it can pull something cool up. Like, I think at least then Python would be able to counter back in melee range. So let's go ahead and swap that on him right now while I'm thinking about it. And lastly, Myson needs a lance. Good old Grandpappy Myson, who lied to me my entire goddamn life. I think I'm about as ready as I'm gonna be to go past the point of no return, is what I'm saying. So let's talk to Delthea here first.
Folks tell me I'm wasting my natural talents.
Maybe they have a point.
Well, I never asked to be amazing. I'm not even all that.
I think I've actually read this one already. What about Zeke?
Where am I from? Alas, I know not. Though what use is wondering?
I cannot unhear Artanis' voice here.
Some have speculated I'm from another continent called Arcanea. But as I have said, I prefer to let the past be in the past.
I think that's that confirmation that, yeah, he's from game 1.
If I think on it overlong, my heart begins to ache. I fear whatever I left behind could not have been pleasant.
I'm sure it's fine.
For one memory.
Ooh, juicy?
Apologies. I must let it rest. I have Tatiana's feelings to consider.
Oh, Tatiana. Okay. Let's head up to the throne room and pass the point of what I think is no return.
I asked
Right, we still have to fight little boy Burkett. Oh well.
It leads to the altar beneath Duma Tower.
That's a later thing.
But know that it is a path not easily returned from.
Yes, I know. I'm fine. I got it. I'm as good as I'm gonna get.
Blast it all! This place is crawling with terrors.
Ooh, I just spent all that time upgrading Alm, and now we go back to the other guys.
So much for be gone to wherever you will, you damn useless priest!
And what is that supposed to mean? You're not actually thinking of leaving Celica in there and running away.
Well, I mean, if she's there by her own free will, I mean, we can't exactly just force her to come back now.
Did you hear me say anything about running away? Give me some credit here, you little snot. Stop flapping your jaws and focus on the fight. I'd prefer not to die here, if it's all the same to you two fools.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for Bowie anyways. Oh, we are actually still with Alm. Okay, cool. But we're going into a cavern system, so it's not going to matter. I can only take 10 with me, so... With that in mind, I think that Myson's not worth bringing along. He'd be a strong backup if I had a lot of deaths by this point, but on his own, I think I have stronger units. Alm, you're definitely in. Clive, you're definitely out. I'm just gonna stick you right at the very bottom. Let's just do a quick filtering based on rank. So that's that. I've got Gray and Silk are both at 110. Gray's got a ton more attack power, but Silk has a little bit better defense and way better resistance. And also, Warp. Okay, I think this is where I finally cut the joke and say, fuck you, Gray, I gave you 8 bazillion chances. You're cut, boy. Go home. Who else have I got? Tatiana's got a low rank, but she's my physic healer. I feel like I gotta bring her along. And then we have Python and Delphia. Ugh, guys. Having an archer is handy, but like, my archers in this game have just been fucked. Like, really badly fucked. I was at a game jam last weekend at my university here in town, and one of the students there was also playing Fire Emblem, and she showed me the character she had at the time. And her Python and her Leon were better than mine are now, and they were just beginning snipers. Like, wow! I have been so RNG screwed in levels on like so many different fronts. Delphia, Valbar, both of my archers, great. I think I've got more valuable units. I definitely want Claire in here. If I had to pick between Claire and Python, I think that one's an easy pick. Because now I have Alm. Alm also has a bow. He doesn't have the maximum range with it, but he's got anti-flyers. And Claire's got her Rampfire and super massive speed. She can do a ton of damage, and she's anti-terrors by default. Tobin has some decent stats. He's been weirdly not great as a Dread fighter, but he's also very anti-magic. And I don't think many of my other units have massive resistance, at least not my offensive units. So I gotta bring Tobin along. Cliff and Matilda and Forsyth are all most definitely in. These guys are some of my just standby standard Fire Emblem units, the physical beat 'em ups. I need to give Forsyth back his speed ring. You take that back. Yeah, because you're a Baron with 20 speed too. So you do a ton of damage. Faye is obviously a gimme. I'm not going anywhere without her. Faye is best villager ever. So Cliff has got 130, Matilda's got 141. Zeke has, even with just plain bet, he's only got 121. Mycen might almost be better than Zeke at that point. I haven't really done much of anything with Zeke for supports. Python does have some supports with people. I know by bringing him along, I would definitely be making Forsyth better. And if it's choosing between a third Gold Knight or an Archer, I'm sorry, Zeke, I think you're getting dropped. Because Python, he's awful. He's really not that good, but he makes my Baron better. And he can do a little bit of support peppering. And then I've got Delphia and Tatiana. My only magic attacker right now is Faye, and she's very, very good at it. But if I bring Delphia, I also have a backup third healer, a ranged magic user, an emergency nuker, and I don't have to take Silk with me. Tatiana's got the physics, so she's more valuable than Silk right now. I don't like Silk's Invoke because it summons units that are way too strong, and Warp is good, but it's been situational at best. So I think I'm actually gonna drop these guys. I think this is the team I'm happy with. Alm, Claire, Tobin, Cliff, Matilda, Forsyth, Faye, Delphia, Tatiana, and Python. So let's strip the other guys of their inventory and really hope that the game doesn't spring something on me where, hey, they're now in the middle of a fight with no weapons. Let's see how this wants to run. Save it at the Regel Castle interior. Yep, exit's just not an option. You go through the doors, it's like, hey, let us out, we remembered something. Can't hear ya. Gonna leave this door locked forever now. Let's go check it out. This is a little nerve-wracking. There was no music there whatsoever.
Whatever lies at the end of these corridors possesses a frightful aura. It sets the hairs on the back of my neck on end. The lord of this temple awaits. And here I am, terrified of him.
I don't gotta be terrified,
We
Alm.
must press on if we are to put an end to this long war.
Huh. Alright, so immediately to a mill statue? It's a little weird.
Hold up, everyone.
Oh no, entrance corridor.
What is it, Alm?
Someone's coming. It's Fernand.
Right, he's still down here. Because Burkett's gone mad. Gone super crazy mad with magic power.
That voice. Clive.
You've had enough chances.
Fernand! God, what's happened to you?
Something about those pictures makes them look a little too waifu boys.
Spare me your pity. I have none to blame for this but myself.
Just a little bit. Their actual, like, portraits have good expressions on them. Those are kind of a little bit too muted, too pointy chin. I don't love it.
Such trivialities matter not at this point. But you made it here. Then you truly intend to slay Duma?
Hell yeah, who's Duma?
We do. For it was Emperor Rudolph's dying request.
I see. Then he must have known of Duma's madness.
Duma is mad?
Oh, yes.
Did you not hear Rudolph?
Duma is a god no longer. Merely an incarnation of the lust for power. You there?
It's not Thorn Boy, my name is... Oh, okay. You actually said it this time. Oh.
Yeah? That's me. Listen well. You must beware of Berkut. He's no longer...
Little babby Berkut. Itty bitty babby Berkut.
Fernand!
I can deal with him.
Please, stop, Duma. I know I've no right to ask anything of you. But I beg it of you regardless. You're the only one who can end this. Let no one else be tainted by his madness. Let this tragedy end.
I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can pencil it in.
I will. I swear, I will lay Duma to rest. Then I leave it to you.
Fernand, are you alright?
He's very obviously dying.
Strange, isn't it? Me, begging boons of you.
Not in the least. I still count myself among your friends.
You always were too nice for your own good. Always so quick to pardon me. Along the way, I forgot how to ask for forgiveness.
Fernand, please.
I knew. I always knew. None of my misfortunes were anyone else's fault. Yet if the world is rotten, then who permitted it to be so? It's me. And no one else. I took anger better aimed at myself and turned it on the defenseless masses. I failed my duty as a nobleman.
Enough, Fernand.
No, you can let him go on for a little while. This is some really good self-realization moment here.
You've suffered enough. You needn't flog yourself any further.
Put it to a vote. Put it to a vote for Fernand flogging. Who's in favor of us more for Fernand flogging? Hands up.
Good. I am rather tired. Tired of despair. Tired of rage. But Clive, I'm glad I got to see you one last time. You were right. You chose the right king. You always were the friend I was proudest to. Huh?
Fernand? Fernand, no. Don't do this.
It's not really my choice not to die, you bastard.
Look at me, Fernand. Fernand!
I'm making fun of it, but that scene was very obviously...
I simply won't accept this, Fernand.
Very obviously made better by professional voice acting.
I insist you wake up this instant. We're all returning to Sophia together. Fernand? Fernand, say something!
That said, I'm still gonna make fun of it. Clive and his little smirky face right there, just like, yes, swallow the cyanide pill that I put in your mouth.
He's gone, Claire. He's gone.
No. Oh, Fernand.
Are you two going to be all right?
Yes. Grief will have its day, but it will not be this one. Right now, let us do what we must. Lead the way home.
I wonder what would have happened if I didn't bring... No, wait, okay, I know what would. Because I didn't bring Clive, and he's still here for the scene.
All right.
So this is pre-scripted no matter who I've got.
I wish I could have fought beside you in the army you created. At least now your fight is over. Farewell.
Oh. Also, that was a memory prism that I just saw right there. We are totally going to take that, examine, yoink. The entrance to the Temple of Duma. The air is freezing. Strangely colored oil burns intensely. Reminds me of bones somehow. Ugh. Stalactites, those could do some serious damage if they fell on you. Cavern wall. Whatever's coating these walls isn't anything good. All right. Let's say we check out... I was just gonna say let's check out Memory Prism, but it doesn't look like we can. We need to move first. Proceed down the dungeon until we find a Milla idol, because we can't check the turn wheel here. I don't know how long this place is gonna be, but I'm gonna try to keep the episodes to the standard 20 to 30 minute range and just sort of cut them as is necessary. If it gets stretched out a little bit, so be it. I am falling behind on my editing and general project work, so this would be a good chance to space things out a little bit more. I hope you guys don't take that cynically, but like there's a reason you can't just put up 2-hour-long videos at a time. Stuff takes just a little bit of production work. Okay, so the swamp has no defensive bonuses. If I can get them to hide in the swamp, that'd be ideal for me. The tile has defensive bonuses for me. Probably not gonna hide in the swamp if they can avoid it, though.
Stand back.
Yeah, go ahead and start off with that. Interesting combat music down here.
All right, let's go.
Yes, right. I just have Alm still running with this iron bow. It's a straight up just an iron bow. I've had this thing with me for so long. Maybe it's time I try to upgrade here. Right, Python's not using the Python's bow anymore, and Alm can attack in melee range with his sword, so that'll be good. Alm will get access to all these extra skills. Like a curved shot, and just shoot you right in the ghost throat. Excellent.
Twist my arm.
Python, what can you do for me over here? 28% crit chance. Go for it. Maybe you'll land one of these. As the almighty crit. Oh, I like that they're still even shooting across the little pond. Ugh. Somebody told me way early on that they started this system of actually battling in the arena that you're in Fates, but I never played Fates, and once I started skipping animations, I've not been noticing that much anymore, but oh man, it is so nice when you actually remember that they built all these maps in like higher res 3D for your units to really battle in. Who am I gonna have defend up here? It can't be Claire because you've got anti-flyers. I need to have Claire sort of probably swoop in on the side over here. Like so. Which means up here is gonna be, let's say, Forsyth's domain. I love having him with a speed ring.
Bad luck, friend.
He's still got 23 attack, and hitting somebody twice is way more worth it. If I hit somebody that's giant defense wall, I can always give him a weapon, and then he's suddenly a one-shot powerhouse. He's got good utility for a Baron.
Just say the word.
Yeah, that's not really a good option there.
Watch me go.
But it might be if I can use it in conjunction with Delphia. So let's get you to cast a quick aura. Do some serious damage on that boy. Then we'll have Cliff with his Cleaver run up there. It's only a 50% shot, but it has 2 chances of hitting, so good. Matilda has a resistance of 11, but these guys up here have Miasma and Meyer, that's actually not that bad. I can deal with that. I think Matilda could probably just take those shots and finish this now. Plus, she's my highest ranked unit as a level 1 Gold Knight. When she gets a few levels in her, she's gonna be insane.
I feel the mother's protection.
Well, for Python, eh? He has a much better chance of causing you damage in return.
Open wide.
Like this. Stab.
Hey, you or me?
So you had Meyer, you had the really damaging one. And that only does 2. Wowzers. Who's closest? Nobody is closest. Nobody's gonna get, oh wait, here, I figured out how to do this on my hard mode playthrough. There we go, that's how I can sort it. So Delphia ought to get this kill in order to minimize wasted experience. And she should be able to, because she's got the massive range. Just barely, but she can. Seraphim twice, you're dead. Perfect.
Is it okay for the goddess to pick favorites like this?
Okay, Ragnarok, the only Celica knows that spell, so I'm sure she can put it to good use. Onwards to the next challenge. Is the whole thing gonna be set up like this? With little winding hallways and then a battle? Okay, okay. That last one wasn't really challenging. But I'm gonna try to draw them apart from each other anyways, just to be on the safe side. Come on, come at me, Gargoyle. Come at me. Better safe than sorry, I'll wrap this one up quick. Damn it, I couldn't. He got involved in it anyway. So those are terrors. They're gonna do 27 damage apiece. That one's gonna do 28. But they only hit once.
Just leave it to me.
Faye, I'm gonna have you go and hold that line since you are absolutely ungoddamn touchable. And as for the gargoyles, we're gonna have Python and Bo and Olm be working on them. Make sure that I keep out of range of these guys. Olm can move up to about
Let's go.
here, just fine. Python can move farther than that, right? Good. Excellent, that's a 1 kill.
Hello and goodbye.
Okay, so the criticals is a little bit better than I was giving it credit for. I suppose it's good that he's got such a high crit chance because it's essentially like a boosted hit chance. He's only got a 70% chance to hit, but the crit is calculated independently, and that critical cannot miss, so it might get him a hit where he otherwise would have failed. I'm willing to admit when I may have made an error in judgment. And Matilda, I'm gonna leave this gargoyle over here to use, that you can hopefully get a level out of it. Have Foresight start moving. I've got a bunch of stat items that I could spend too, but I think
Nothing will stop me.
I might want to save those for a couple fights. Just until I get, like, right outside the big, bad final spot. I'm gonna need someone else to block this. That's what Forsyth's for. Excellent boy, Forsyth. Good, good. So now we got Faye, Forsyth, and Olm only has 14 defense. Tobin's got 14. Cliff's got 16, so let's do that. We'll back up Olm a little bit here, have you knock this gargoyle straight out of the sky. I mean, he's on the ground, but you know what I mean. He's dead now. Move Cliff up into position, and at least one of these guys is gonna have to step into the muck if he wants to come at me. Alternatively, we could just have Faye be a fucking badass again because it's what she's so good at. I made Faye a cleric in my hard mode playthrough, where I am grinding things up to level 20 before I class change them. Like, I'm just having fun breaking the game over my knee. I could have done a standard hard mode playthrough, but I figured, fuck it. I'm gonna just see how strong I can make them without any dread fighter loops or anything like that. Faye as a cleric, she's not even classed up into a saint yet. She's like a level 18 cleric, has 31 attack. She's so unstoppable. Doesn't matter what I make her. She's so the best villager. Just top everybody up.
Good job.
And then we can have Delthea use recovery on you, and then that works. It's much better because I'm not really being punished for not having a ton of healers that way. Look at this Joker. He only does 4 damage to me.
I've had it.
Faye, as a priestess with a sword, does more in melee than he does. Okay, so this is one of those things I was talking about. This guy has a ton of defense, so I'm actually gonna swap this out for... Let's grab the just plain bet. There we go! Oh my goodness! Woo! 23 times 2! I guess these things are so friggin' slow that anything doubles them. I forgot about that. Oh no, 10 damage. Whatever shall I do? God, that's satisfying. Just doing, just steamrolling over things. It's so good. So Vendetta won't do much. Who's up there? Alm needs to shoot him with a really quick arrow and get his level up. Doesn't even matter if it doesn't do a lot of damage. Just need 1 point.
I can tell I'm getting stronger.
Excellent. Who's next? Tatiana? Do I get experience for fortifying? I can't remember. Yes, I do. Good. I get like 7 or 6, I suppose. Not great. Not great. Matilda, what can you do for me here? Also not a lot. Although Armor Crush though. Let's get Faye to start it off. Maybe Python can give him a couple quick shots as well, and then I can give it to Matilda. Who will Armor Crush, and you'll be dead.
Getting a little presumptuous.
And the unnecessary critical. It's just my thing at this point. The only criticals I get are the ones that aren't fucking needed. They've been saying it the entire playthrough.
That was a fine victory.
Looks like Foresight is gonna be next on the block for a level up. But that leads to a new area, and we've been going for 30 minutes because we had a little bit of story bits and I had some inventory management to do at the beginning. And I guess also Fernand died. Kind of forgot about that. Gonna leave this one here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Remember to hit that like button down below. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I would continue with the 15 likes thing, but it hasn't been happening for a while and we're very near the end of the game. I doubt it's gonna start here. Share the series around with anybody else you know who likes this kind of thing or who likes tactics of any kind. And until next time, guys, have yourself a fantastic morning, day, noon, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, 4 a.m., whatever it is. Later.